Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money channel. XRP Crypto will posting this tweet. Ripple's Swell is this week, and XRP usually pumps right before the conference in anticipation of big news that's going to be announced. Well, last week was full of a lot of crazy crypto news. Hopefully we can get some more positive news coming out of the Ripple camp this week. And in the past, yes, we have seen speculative pumps based on rumors that were going to be released at Swell. If you guys remember, most famously, XRP did pump in and around September 2018, right before the Swell conference. At that time, I believe Swell was either at the end of September that year or the beginning of October. And we did see XRP pump from about 27 cents all the way up to 75, 76 cents. It was 180% pump at the time. And this was on the news. This was around the time that they were going to announce XRapid, which was basically an early version of on-demand liquidity that utilized XRP. And so people were getting excited buying up XRP. But again, a FOMO pump. We did see XRP move down after that because the market just wasn't ready to rally at that point. Nevertheless, we usually do see this kind of thing. So are we going to see movement? Well, Ripple has announced some of the lineup who's going to be speaking at this year's Swell. Our highly anticipated Ripple Swell global speakers will be entering stage left, right, and center in just a few days. Stay tuned to hear their expertise on all things crypto, finance, payments, and more. And so here we have, of course, Brad Garlinghouse will likely be a prominent speaker there. Jorn Lambert from MasterCard. We got Emma Joyce here from GBB Digital Finance. We got Jess Woolgrave here from Checkout.com. Alex Manson from SC Ventures. We got Yuan Chan from Trust Wallet. Derek Walton from Bank of America, which is a Ripple partner, a bank partnered up with Ripple in the United States, and Isabella Chase here from TRM Labs. So just to name a few of these speakers. And again, this is going to happen between November 16th and 17th in London, England. So just a couple of days away. Today is November the 14th. If you are watching this video on the day that it is released. And so we're seeing a lot of interesting things in the crypto space right now. Like I was talking about this morning, if you guys didn't catch this morning's video, I will link it up here in the top right-hand corner, talking a little bit more about the FTX debacle and what's going on there. And the fact that, you know, it is affecting the entire crypto market. And depending on, doesn't really matter what coin you hold at this point, it is affecting all of us. And this is why I've kind of pivoted away in some of my videos and started talking about this, because it is really important. It is affecting the entire crypto space. But what it's also doing is solidifying that holding coins that solve problems, guys, is really going to be the way for accumulating wealth in the crypto market moving forward. I think our days of spec trading are becoming few and far between. I saw this from the Cointelegraph. Exchange outflows hit historic highs as Bitcoin investors self-custody. So we are seeing a lot of money moving off exchanges. In this morning's video, I did talk about how Crypto.com is now under the microscope and how people are moving money off of some of these exchanges. There was a user this morning who posted a video, basically said he couldn't get his crypto off Crypto.com, and all he was asking for was to withdraw $500 worth of XLM. And I think we're seeing why, guys. Confidence in centralized exchanges appear to be waning as Bitcoin flows into self-custody wallets at near record levels. So again, if you guys do not have a self-storage, a cold wallet solution, I do suggest you get one. I personally use the Ledger Nano. I do have affiliate links in the description of every video I do. And I mean, you can use my affiliate. You do not have to use my affiliate, but just to give you guys a bit of a visual image, here's where I have the affiliate link. So you can click on that, order a self-storage custody solution, because it's the safest way to keep your cryptocurrency. And we're seeing a lot of Bitcoin moving off exchange onto these types of wallets, onto these cold storage wallets. Investors have been increasingly moving their holdings into self-custody solutions following the collapse of the world's second largest crypto exchange last week. On-chain exchange data flows show a surge in self-custody wallets, according to analytics provider Glassnode. In a November 13th post on Twitter, Glassnode reported that Bitcoin exchange outflows had hit a nearly historic level of 106,000 BTC per month. It added that this happened only 3 other times before, in April of 22 and November of 2020, as well as in June, July of 2022 as well. It also reported that the number of Bitcoin wallets receiving the asset from exchange addresses surged to around 90,000 on November the 9th. So guys, a huge, huge move of, I'm sure not just Bitcoin, I'm sure other cryptocurrencies as well, into a cold storage solution like a Ledger Nano or similar. So again, I do have the affiliate link in the description of every video I do. You can use it if you want, you don't have to use it. Just kind of demonstrating, though, what other people are doing, because nobody is safe. Even if you think your cryptocurrency exchange is the most robust and safe and most reliant and most credible, you never know. There are a lot of people, including Kevin O'Leary, that thought that FTX was a reliable exchange as well. And so with regard to the crypto market, and with regards to price movement, the author of Rich Dad Poor Dad, he is saying $10,000 to $12,000 per BTC. Yeah, we could actually hit that number. So this coming from XRP Crypto Wolf. Renowned investor in real estate, gold, and Bitcoin, and also nonfiction writer, mostly famous for his book Rich Dad Poor Dad, has said that he's not actually worried about the current fall in Bitcoin price. On the contrary, he is actually getting quite excited. So this coming from Robert Kiyosaki. Robert reminded his army of followers that he invests in Bitcoin as well as physical gold and silver. He started his investing career back with real estate in the 90s, but of late he is more interested in Bitcoin. Overall, Kiyosaki has said tweeting positive stuff about Bitcoin since 2020 and praised it when the pandemic began, with the US government printing more than $6 trillion a year and giving it away to Americans in the form of survival checks. So, again, cryptocurrency, a hedge against fiat. In today's tweet, Kiyosaki hinted that he is looking forward to Bitcoin hitting rock bottom and expecting levels, guys, of $12,000 to $10,000. So what he's basically saying, if I bring Bitcoin up here on the chart, what he's basically saying is that he sees Bitcoin going down, at least from its current price, $12,000 to $10,000. Let's bring it down to 10. That's another 40% for the King crypto if it does in fact go to $10,000. And if it goes to $12,000, that's about 28. So another 30 to 40% down is what Robert Kiyosaki is assuming. When this happens, he added, he will get excited, not worried, as he is betting on Bitcoin against the US Federal Reserve and the Treasury. So against the backdrop of what else is happening in the world, we got to take a look at cryptocurrency, not just in this microcosm of the whole FTX debacle, but as a greater opportunity to hedge against fiat currency. I think a lot of people will pile in eventually, but it will happen at such a late stage that if you and I can get in early when Bitcoin is down at $10,000 or $12,000, if that in fact happens, then we are in a really good position to really kind of accelerate our wealth and hedge with our inflationary fiat to make it worth more in the future. So that's what Kiyosaki is saying. And Michael Saylor is noticing something here. This coming from Darren Moore. We are witnessing a run on the banks, but it is crypto exchanges that are under pressure right now. The FTX fiasco is going to lead to crypto exchanges being subject to regulations and collateral requirements. We need to have well-defined rules in the space. Never let a good crisis go to waste. So this is Michael Saylor, a Bitcoin proponent, and this is what he's saying about exchanges right now in the United States.
The marketplace is waiting for the regulators to say, this is how you register a digital currency, this is how you register a digital security or a digital commodity. And instead of saying all the crypto exchanges should register, we need to get the crypto exchanges registered because the future of the industry is registered digital assets trading on regulated exchanges where everyone has the investor protections they need. And the investors in general understand the difference between Bitcoin and a stable coin and a security token.
So MicroStrategy's Michael Saylor basically coming out and saying crypto regulation is now at the precipice and we are going to have to adhere to these new regulations, and they are coming. I mean, even just the other day, Kevin O'Leary was saying the institutional guys, they're just not going to put money into the crypto space anymore unless there is serious regulation. And this is why he's saying, I'm going to go to Washington. I'm going to lobby for crypto regs to come now because these guys want to invest now. Now, whatever's happening at the SEC, whatever reason or why they're trying to hold this back is a separate issue. But the institutional guys, they want to see the regulation. They know it's going to come. These exchanges are going to be regulated, similar to how we've traditionally seen the stock market is regulated. We're going to see something similar to that. And it took this one company to go to zero, FTX, to make that happen. So wanted to thank XRP Darren for posting that. And guys, I also saw this from Credible Crypto here on Twitter. Now, an interesting observation. As you guys have been noticing, we've seen the market trend, dip, of course, on the initial FTX news, and then recover a little bit. I mean, there was a bit of a relief rally. And then over the last few days, we did see the market go back down. We're also seeing another bit of a bump here after falling back into support. So I guess I should mention this is XRP on the daily, but we're seeing it across many different charts. And so here's what Credible Crypto is saying. The general consensus at the moment seems to be much more damage to be revealed. And again, if you guys didn't catch the video I did this morning, the Crypto.com story, that could be interlinked with what is happening with FTX. And so it could just be a little bit of calm before another storm. He goes on to say multiple exchanges likely to come out as insolvent, tons of projects likely to fail due to FTX involvement, multiple years to recover, etc. People are expecting the absolute worst and are positioned for it. Therefore, any new information that indicates relief and or that things may not be as bad as expected may result in market participants suddenly repositioning. So note this, okay, because all these charts are trader psychology printed in a form that we can understand them. So, when we see these kinds of moves on a chart, when we see a huge dip, that's a huge panic sell. There are some people that realize, wow, we're back in support here, I'm going to buy back up. And then those same people generally think, okay, I've made a little bit of profit on this. Like if you take XRP for a minute, if you take it right at the bottom and you take it right back up to the top of this relief rally, well, that's an extra 27% that you made on your money. So, if you put in, I don't know, $6,000 in this mini move, this day trade, and you added 27% on $6,000, you would have made $1,620 roughly. So not a bad profit for a bit of a day trade. But back to my point here, human psychology. So people will say, okay, I made 27% on my money, and then they dump it. And so, if multiple people are doing this, we start to see this cascading effect for cryptocurrencies. And guys, again, this is not just on the XRP chart. We're seeing this all over the place on the Bitcoin chart. These candlesticks are looking similar. We saw the huge dump, the relief rally, then 3 days of a cascading downtrend with a little bit of an uptrend after we've based back here into support. So he said here, may not be as bad as expected, may result in market participants suddenly repositioning. This could ignite a relief rally that may snowball into something more. So what he's also saying now is that now that we are in this level of support for many different cryptocurrencies, let me bring up the total market cap here because you can see it a little better here. Moving into support, which we have already kind of hit. What could we see now? The market is in the dumps, and if we hit this support and continue to hit it and kind of base in this area, well, that could create a relief rally, and that may snowball into something more. He says, Exhibit A, CZ announces a relief aid to distressed projects. Market receives new info and tells them that things may not turn out as bad as expected. Market participants start to reposition, market rallies. Oversimplified, but this is why bottoms are found at times when most aren't expecting them. And when sentiment is one-sided. Much more work to do from a technical perspective, but before we get confirmation of any actual bottom, so we don't take this as more than the above, more on what I want to see on technicals tomorrow. So Credible Crypto is going to update us on his perspective on this tomorrow. But I get his point, even just from a quick psychological perspective on trader psychology, understanding how this works, understanding that the news is going to influence how people feel about the crypto market at this moment in time. And so we could in fact see a bit of a relief rally. If we go back to when the beer flu hit, let's not forget, guys, this was all doom and gloom, panic in the markets, and this is just the crypto market, but if you look at any market, it's really been the same thing. After those shutdowns, we saw this huge sell-off for cryptocurrency in March of 2020, and then this was kind of when we least expected a bottom. From there, we rallied for the better part of 2 years. Okay, we basically rallied until November of 21, and then that's when we saw the cascading effect of crypto moving down and making new lows. So to his point here, I understand why he thinks, it could be that this is a relief rally and it could snowball into something more. On top of this, guys, PRX here on Twitter posted this, a new tweet from Mr. Poole. Okay, and so what does this mean? Well, if you guys have been in the community for a while, you may remember certain things that a certain cartoon bear posted years ago. Fojack here also pointing this out, okay? The SHH tweet from Mr. Poole from just yesterday, November the 13th. Now, Fojack also pointed this out from the Bearableguy Reddit, okay? And he posted this 5 years ago. And so I wanted to go to his Reddit page to give you guys a bit of background, okay? On his Reddit page, and there's hundreds of posts here, he posted this, and it was more than once that he posted the shh meme. The first time when I go back here and I was looking for every single instance where there was a, quiet shh kind of meme where he posted, the first time here was October the 26th, 2017. The next time, there were a few times up here, was, I believe it was at the beginning of January. Here we go. We got babies going shh. And this was the end of December 30th, 2017. But you guys can see there were a few of them, okay? January 3rd, and they kind of all go throughout the beginning of January 2018. 2018 over here, 2018. early January. This is January 6, 2018. So we had the first one, October 26, 2017, and then early January, late December, early January 2018. And then there was another one up here, and I kind of wanted to give you guys a sense of where I'm going with this because it's interesting to note. This was another one here from March 31st, 2018. Okay, a collage of all these children with their finger over their mouth going shh. So remember these dates, guys. We've got March 31st, 2018. We've got late December, early January 2018 with a bunch of photos. And then we also had October 26th, 2017. Well, if we take a look at the XRP chart and we plot those dates here on the chart, what do we get? Okay, so we have October 26, 2017, which would bring us in and around here, about less than a month before we saw an upswing or a swing to the upside for the XRP price, bringing it to historical highs up 15 or 1600% at that time. Now, it's interesting because the next time he posts that same meme, he posts it in and around the end of December, which was in and around here, to the beginning of January, which was in and around here. So almost signifying the top of the trend before we saw a turn to the downside. When was the next time he posted it, guys? It was March the 31st, 2018, which would in fact bring us here, okay? March 31st, 2018. Another bottom before we saw a nice move to the upside, albeit not a huge move, but still a 100% move nonetheless. So it's looking as though we're seeing a trend here. Whether it's at the bottom of a trend before an uptick or at the top of a trend before a downturn, it's looking as though that meme is signifying a turn in the trend. And here we have Mr. Poole posting this on November the 13th, 2022, which was just yesterday, guys, in and around here at the bottom of a trend. I mean, it might not happen right away, but are we expecting a significant move to the upside for XRP and hopefully the rest of the crypto market? Let's not forget, if we take an XRP price from this first date here in late October 2017 and bring it to the top of the trend, that was the equivalent of about a 1,600% increase in price. And so if we were to take today's XRP price at about 34 cents and multiply that by 1,600%, does that mean that we will see an XRP price of $5.78 with this next pump? I mean, it's kind of close to $5.89, I'm not going to lie. That's just my opinion, but I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.